We are back on Carolina Women. We are doing a fun design segment, which we try to do as often as we can. We are here at Flowers by Sue with our friend Deb Lamp, and we're going to get an education today. We were talking about seasonal flowers and roses, and people always come in and ask for classics. But there's really a rich history to roses that you're going to share with us today a little bit.
There is. I'm not sure about how much education, but anyway, I came across this little book is what came up with this idea. I have many flower books, but this one is great, and I'm one of those who likes books.
Yep.
I like to touch, feel, look at the pictures rather than everything is electronic nowadays. So what we have is a little display of roses, and like you said, everybody wants the classic rose, and they think because it's a pastel color that's classic. But as you can see, if you go from this color palette to the peach, to the soft colors, even into the bold colors.
I love these.
That they are, to me, it's classic is classic. So
what's the history of roses? I mean, are they old?
Roses are very old, older than you and me. Older than dirt. So they actually, in my little book, we've actually found fossilized roses.
Interesting.
35 to 40 million years old.
Oh, great.
So isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's very cool.
And then also the health benefits of roses. So not only stop and smell the roses, which we try to encourage everybody to stop and smell the roses
because they
and
smell
take time
phenomenal.
and look at them because they're gorgeous. But the rose hips are known for their vitamin C.
Edible.
Very edible, very healthy. They are anti-inflammatory. They also can use them where they make a
like an oil,
anti-inflammatory ointment, mainly used for eyes years ago.
Oh, interesting.
So I thought that was interesting. And then the rose petals, also that's where they get the oil from, is the rose petals.
It's so funny. I remember growing up, anything that had essence of a rose for a perfume was a really high-end, expensive.
Well, it is. It takes 250 pounds of rose petals
Oh my gosh.
to make 1 ounce of rose oil.
Oh my gosh.
That's used in aromatherapy, that's used in luxury perfumes and that type of thing. So that's a lot of roses.
Are there different, Deb, are there different kinds of species of roses, and especially ones that are used more commercially versus?
There is literally thousands of varieties, probably anywhere from 150 to 200 species, which, then you have all the varieties that fall into those species. And then back to the nutrient thing, back in World War II, I read that actually there was a scarcity of fruit and vegetables because of the war. Right. So Britain actually had a mentorium that everybody gathered with roses because of the vitamin content in the rose hips.
Oh, that's so interesting.
And then they would grind it up and use it as flavors, like a seasoning.
Exactly.
So,
I remember in salads, kind of garnishing, if you will, with rose petals. They were actually pretty good.
So back to the species thing.
Yeah.
So like this is a garden rose. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes.
So a lot of people will come in and say, well, my rose is opened.
Okay.
Well, yeah. That's
a
what
good
it's supposed
thing.
to do. As you can see, this was very, very fragrant.
Yeah, this one's really
Austin roses. That's called Wild Spirit.
Okay.
And as you can see, it's just beautiful. And these will actually continue to open. This one just gets huge. I should have laid a couple out for a couple days ago.
I mean, they are beautiful.
So, and even your regular standard red roses.
Well, talk to me about a regular standard red rose.
So this is called a Freedom Rose. And this is your most popular for Valentine's Day.
Right.
Just your standard
long
red rose.
Yes.
And they come in all sizes. They come as long as 70 centimeters. Most of ours are 60 centimeters, which is a good height. You put it in a vase and that type of thing.
I remember growing up, they were red and peach and yellow and white roses.
We have standard red, peach, yellow, lavender.
Ooh.
This is a little lavender spray rose.
Okay.
Now, you don't see back in our day.
Yes. I love our day.
Our day. there was a little rose called the Sweetheart Rose.
Yes.
And it was so now it's more of a spray rose, which
now
is.
What does that mean? It's just more spread out? Oh.
So a spray rose is, they actually, as it's growing, they actually, shouldn't have
They're
cut them out of
so
there.
pretty.
But they will cut back here to make more blossoms.
Okay.
So they usually come with 5 to 6 blossoms on a stem.
It's beautiful. Don't think that we're finished. We have a lot more to talk about when it comes to roses. She does some interesting things with design and putting them together. So stay with us. We'll be right back on Carolina Women.